Good morning, everyone. In the previous session, as you all know, I started a new topic of first unit, that is recruitment. So in the topic, I explained what is recruitment and what are the various factors which affect the recruitment process or which affect the recruitment decision. Means which source to select, whether internal or external, what are the various recruitment policies. So these factors affect various aspects of recruitment. So in today's session, I am going to explain about the sources of recruitment. Now, as you all can see on the screen, there are two types of sources. That first one is internal sources of recruitment. Second one is external sources of recruitment. So the sources can be divided into two categories. Now, these internal and external means, first of all, internal means the source of recruitment stays within the organization, is available within the organization. That's why it is internal. External means the employees, the candidates are available outside the organization. They do not belong in the organization. So the simple difference between internal and external source of recruitment is that internal source simply means we are supposed to appoint the people who are already working in the organization. So we can find the suitable candidate from within the organization. External recruitment sources means these candidates, these suitable candidates are available outside the organization. So these are the categorization of sources of recruitment. So in this session, I am going to explain about the internal sources of recruitment, what are the various types of internal sources, and advantages and disadvantages of internal source of recruitment. Okay, so let's begin the session. So here you can see the various types of internal source of recruitment. So first of all, internal sources of recruitment means the type of candidate, the type of person required for the vacant position is available or is already working within the organization. So whoever or whichever employee is suitable in terms of qualification, in terms of education, in terms of experience, those employees can fill up the vacant positions. That is the basic meaning of internal sources of recruitment. So here you all can see there are around eight sources, internal source of recruitment. So the first internal source of recruitment is promotion. So promotion simply means movement of employees from one position to another higher position. So a particular employee working on a position and that person is being promoted to another position. Now that promoted position needs to be higher than the existing position. Now this new position has new responsibilities, higher level of duties, higher degree of accountability. So that is called promotion. Promotion from a lower position or movement of an employee from a lower position to a higher position. Okay, so that is promotion, and it comes with increase in salary, increase in pay, and sometimes it also comes without any increase in pay or salary. So it simply means increase in various aspects of the job. The status of the job increases, the designation increases, the duties, responsibilities, accountability, authority, all these things increases. So that is the first source of recruitment, that is promotion. So whenever a position, a higher level position is vacant, they can appoint someone from a lower level position to the higher level position only if the person is suitable. Now, what should be the criteria of promotion? Basically, there are two criteria for promotion. One is seniority basis, another one is merit basis. Seniority basis here means whoever is the senior person will be promoted. Now, seniority can be determined in terms of the length of the service of that employee. How many number of years, what is the duration of the service of a particular employee determines the seniority position of that employee. So that can be one of the criteria of promotion. Another one is merit. So merit here simply means how well you're performing at the present job. Whether you're doing the job in a better way, are you able to fulfill the requirements of the job? Are you able to fulfill each and every task on time efficiently? So on basis of merit, when promotion is given, it does not concern the seniority or the seniority level of an employee. So a person can be appointed for 1 or 2 months or 6 months or 1 year. That person may be also considered eligible for a position, for a higher level position, completely based on his or her efficiency. So that is promotion, and which is the first source of recruitment, internal source of recruitment. Now, the second internal source of recruitment is transfer. Transfer is also movement or mobility of employees, internal mobility of employees from one position to another position. Now, in the previous point, promotion means from lower position to a higher position. Transfer here means that the designation, the power, the authority will be same. So it is a horizontal way of movement. So one person is shifted from one position to another position, but these two positions are very similar in nature in terms of designation, in terms of duties, responsibilities, and other things. Only the place of work will change. So that is called transfer. Clear? Now, the third point that you are seeing on the screen is that present permanent employee. So present permanent employee, this is also one of the source, and this source is used to fill up a higher position job. Higher position means executive level jobs. So if they want to fill up the higher and important positions of our organization, they go for present permanent employee. The people who are already working in the organization and their position, their job is permanent. So those people are considered for higher level jobs. Okay. Now, why organization use this source of recruitment? First of all, the first reason behind using present permanent employee is that the availability. Now, these people are working in the organization on a permanent basis. They have their performance record and everything. So, these people are available at the time of requirement. So, let us choose this option of recruitment so that there will be no wastage of time. Another reason is trade union. Now, trade union, when trade union is involved, they want their people to get into the higher position. So, if certain policies are created by the organization in terms of providing more and more opportunities to the existing employees, then this method is useful. So, organization also use this method, this source, because they want to motivate their employees, because they want their employees to be more dedicated towards the job and the organization. So for these reasons, present permanent employee source is also used as internal source of recruitment. Okay. The next one is present temporary employees. Now, in many big organizations, usually in lower positions, they appoint people on a temporary basis. Now, these people can also be considered for vacant positions for recruitment aspect. Now, in the previous one, present permanent employees, when they are given another job, when they are shifted to another job, that job can be permanent and temporary also. In the same way, in order to fill up the lower position, these present temporary employees, their job can be temporary also, or it can be permanent. Depends upon the situation, depends upon the management, and also to some extent depends upon the person who will be shifted from one job to another vacant job. So they can hire their temporary employees for temporary employees for the other vacancies. Okay, and this method is usually applied for lower level jobs, for any kind of job in production unit or any other lower level job. Okay. The next point, retrenched or retired employees. So first of all, retrenched means when an employee is terminated from the job due to the reasons, maybe there are variety of reasons, many reasons are there. For example, the company is facing huge amount of losses and they are not able to pay the salary to large number of people, so they retrench a small group of people, many people from the organization at one point of time to save the money. So retrenchment can be done on that basis. For example, the economic condition is not good. Let us give the example of the present scenario. Due to corona, many companies are being shut down. Many companies face losses. In order to reduce their losses, they try to fire employees because they think that this is the best way of saving money. The government still has mentioned that nobody should be fired because of this reason, but many companies, they think that they do not have any other option. So that may be the reasons for retrenchment. Some kind of problems with the management. If an employee has some kind of issues with the management, they can fire the employee. So there are many reasons behind the retrenchment of the employees. Okay. And the next one is retired employees. Obviously, we have a certain age limit, and after that age limit, employees need to retire. That is the rule created by the government. So it may be 60, it may be 62. At that point of time, the person will be retired. And many people choose to voluntarily retire also. So this is also considered one of the important source of recruitment. Hire people who have those employees who are already fired by the organization, but the organization has confidence in them that they are good employees, but due to some problems we were forced to fire those employees. But now as we require more and more employees, we can hire those retrenched or retired persons. So retired persons can be hired again by the organization because they know how these people are senior people. These people, these retired persons has, we can say, many years of experience. So that experience can be used in the present scenario. So they can again hire the retrenched and retired persons. Okay. The next one is dependent of deceased, disabled, retired, and present employees. So another source of recruitment is that, for example, one of the employee uh, was, we can say, got disabled due to some kind of problem, some accident, or lost his or her life because of some situation. The company can also hire the family members of those employees, those deceased and disabled employees. So that is also one of the sources. Another one is, as we can already hire retired employees, we can also hire the dependent people, dependents of the retired persons, or we can also hire some of the dependents of the present employee. So this is also considered one of the important source of internal source of recruitment. So this source of recruitment is usually applied by the organization where they want the family members of the employees to trust the organization, where they want to build a good image of the organization, good reputation of the organization in the market, in the society. So because of these reasons, they prefer to hire the dependents of the family or the family members of the deceased, retired, disabled, or the existing employees. Okay. So the next point, that is employee referrals. Employee referrals means existing employees will refer some of the candidates to the organization. Now, these referrals may be some of their relatives, some of the people whom they have known. Now, they must have some kind of awareness related to the qualifications, personality, as well as the way the way they perform the jobs. So, without having proper contact with those candidates, employees cannot refer those people to the organization. And if they do so, if they refer someone without having proper knowledge about the candidate, and if the candidate is not suitable for the job, not suitable for the organization, it will create a negative or adverse situation for the existing employees who has referred someone. Okay, so employee referrals means the existing employees will refer someone either belonging to their family, either one of their relatives, friends, or people with whom they are with close proximity. They can refer those candidates to the organization. Now these candidates will go through a selection process in order to get the job. Okay. Next one is previous applicants. Now previous applicants, we cannot say that this is a complete internal source of recruitment because they were never part of the organization. See, retrenched employees, retired employees, temporary employees, they were part of the organization at one point of time. But previous applicants, they just applied for the job, but they were not suitable for the job for which they applied. Now their applications remains with the organization. They can go through the applications, they can call them back for an interview so that if they feel that this person is suitable for the existing vacant position. So previous applicants means the people who have applied for the job in the organization before some time. So they can be also called back for interview for the existing vacant post. Okay. So these are the 8 internal sources of recruitment. Okay. Now we are going to discuss what are the advantages of internal sources of recruitment. Now the first advantage that you all can see on the screen is that motivation of the employees. Now when a person joins an organization, they are very happy with let us assume that they are very happy with the existing job, they are getting good amount of salary, they are doing their job, they are performing well, they are being appreciated. But if the company, if the organization is not giving them proper opportunity to move ahead in their career, to get promotion, to go to a high position, if they don't get that kind of opportunity, it will demotivate the employees. So whenever there is a position vacant in the organization, the existing employees should be their first choice so that these employees will be motivated. Obviously, only few employees will be selected. Suppose there are 10 vacancies in the higher level of jobs. Only 10 people will be appointed from the existing jobs, from the existing employees. But all the other people will be more motivated. They will be more dedicated towards the company. They will be more loyal towards the company. They will try to improve themselves so that they can also become eligible for the future higher positions. So using internal source of recruitment actually motivates the existing employees to become a better employee so that they can become a better choice for the organization for future higher level jobs. Okay. The next point is economical. Obviously, it is a economical aspect, or it is very economical from the organization point of view because they do not have to advertise, they do not have to employ large number of people to apply for the job. They already have the performance appraisal report of all the employees, so it usually takes very less amount of time, a very less amount of money is involved in the process, or if they choose internal source of recruitment. So from this point of view, internal sources of recruitment are very economical in nature. Okay. And in some of the cases, companies and organizations do not even conduct a proper interview through or proper selection process, which has many procedures, many steps, because they already know about the employee. So they simply conduct that kind of interview, which will make the decision more appropriate at that point of time that this person is suitable for this particular job. So from this point of view, this source of recruitment is very economical, is very less expensive from the organization point of view. Next one is knowledge of the company. Okay. So what does knowledge of the company mean? The people who are already working in the organization, they know the rules and regulations, the procedures, the environment of the organization, the working conditions of the organization. They simply know how to work within the organization. So there is no requirement of orientation and induction. There is no requirement of informing again about the rules, regulations, procedures, policies of the organization. So that's why it is considered to be an effective source of recruitment. The people are already working in the organization. They do not need more time to adjust in the situation. This usually happens when people who are not part of the organization, they get appointed. When you are completely new to the company, you know nothing about the company. You don't know how it operates, what are the rules and regulations, what is the working condition, what is the working environment within the organization. So people take time to adjust in the environment, and during that time they are not able to perform that way because they are in a, what we can say, adjusting movement, or they are going through a adjusting time. So this does not happen when they use internal source of recruitment. People are already part of the organization. They know how the company works. They know the people with whom they have been working from a very long time. So this makes the adjustment portion, the even it increases the performance level of the employees. Okay. Next one is it imposes morale. Obviously, it boosts the morale and confidence of the employee, that they know that company is considering them for future positions. They know that they belong to the company. The company gives them the first priority, gives them the priority. So that increases the morale, boosts the morale of the employees. Okay. Next one is less time consuming. So it is already known that when we use internal source of recruitment, time will be very less. There is no need to waste time in advertisement, in motivating and encouraging people to join the organization. The selection procedure is very short. The interview process, the tests which are conducted, they are also very limited. So it is very less time consuming. Within a limited amount of time, any post can be filled if they use internal source of recruitment. Okay. Next one is satisfaction of trade union. Now, trade union, the management needs to always build a cordial relationship between the trade union, so that it will prevent the trade union from creating many kinds of situations, maybe adverse situation. So that's why the trade union always wants their people to go to a higher position, to get job in the company. They want that whenever there is vacancy in the organization, the existing employee should get the first priority. They must be the first choice of the company. So this selection of internal source of recruitment increases the satisfaction level of the trade union, which creates healthy relationship between management and the employees, and also creates healthy industrial relationships. Okay. And it also reduces many kinds of conflicts between management and trade union. The next one is promotes loyalty. Now, you're working in an organization, you know that you will get a chance to be promoted to a higher position. Would you like to leave the job and go to any other company? No. You would like to stay within the company. You would like to maintain a good reputation. You would like to maintain a higher level of performance so that you will be considered for a future higher level job. So it creates a sense of loyalty within the employees. People feel that we need to be loyal to the organization so that our performance will be seen by the management, our dedication, our work will be seen by the management, and we will be selected for future higher level jobs. So it promotes loyalty within the employees. So these are the advantages of using internal source of recruitment. Now, let us discuss the disadvantages or demerits of using internal source of recruitment. The first disadvantage is no new entrants. Now, what happens when every higher level job or any kind of important job is always filled by a employee who is already part of the organization? So what happens? There are no, we can say there is no creativity, there is no innovative idea. They have some kind of similar kind of thinking. So this creates a lot of problem for the organization. There are no fresh ideas, new ideas, creative and innovative ideas. But when new people enter into the organization, they bring higher level of energy, they bring fresh thinking, They bring new and innovative ideas, which do not happen if the organization keeps on using the internal source of recruitment. So lack of new entrants leads to same kind of thinking, no creativity, no innovativeness, no enthusiasm. See, when people join the organization for the first time, when you will be joining the organization for the first time, your enthusiasm will be high, your energy level will be high. These things are missing if internal source of recruitment is used. Next one is promotion of inefficient personnel. Now, if the organization has the policy of giving the existing employees the priority, there are much chances that inefficient employees will get promoted to higher level jobs if they choose the seniority basis for promotion. So whoever is senior will be given the higher level job. But what about efficiency? What about talent? What about performance level? So there are much chances that people who are not talented, people who may not be capable of handling the job will be promoted to the higher level job. Okay. But what if merit is considered to be the basis of promotion? This will create dissatisfaction. A senior employee is not selected for a higher level job, but a junior employee is selected only because it is based on merit. So what will be the consequence? The senior employee will be dissatisfied, will be demotivated, will not want to stay within the company. So it creates many kinds of misunderstanding, dissatisfaction, and many conflicts within the organization. So there are much chances of appointing inefficient persons, as well as there are chances that it will create conflict and misunderstanding within the employees. Next one is, now it cannot be considered as a complete solution for the recruitment aspect. Okay, the company cannot keep using the internal source again and again, because when one post gets filled, the other post remains vacant. So suppose Mr. A got promoted to a higher position. Okay, but what about Mr. A position? That position remains unfulfilled. So unfilled, sorry, that position remains vacant or unfilled. So that creates many problems. So we cannot consider that internal source is the only source, because one vacant positions is filled. When one vacant position is filled, another vacant position arises. Even if we try to appoint retired persons or retrenched persons, or people who have already applied for the job, previously applied for the job but didn't get the job, even if we consider these sources, they may not be sufficient, because organization keeps on growing, keeps on developing, keeps on adding new kinds of jobs, keeps on adding new product line and everything. So simply it's expanding, it's going into new areas of the business. So it definitely needs external source of recruitment to fill up the position. So we cannot consider this internal source of recruitment as one complete solution. It is a solution, but not the only and complete solution. We need to include external source of recruitment also. Okay, so this is all about internal sources of recruitment, the types of internal source, the advantages and the disadvantages. In the next session, I am going to explain the various types of external sources of recruitment and what are its merits and demerits. Okay, so we will meet in the next session. Thank you.